On today's episode of Homeworthy, Los Angeles-based interior designer Mark D. Sikes brings us inside the enchanting Kips Bay Show House in Dallas, Texas. He gives us an exclusive look at how he revamped this space into a captivating dining room that can also function as a cozy living room. Mark designed the room with a traditional sensibility and included lots of blue and white, one of his many signatures. Mark's personal collections of books, magazines, and stationery impart a unique and intimate feel. Every detail, from the trim to the use of a cord phone for a nostalgic touch, contributes to the overall brilliance of the space. Enjoy! You're watching Homeworthy, where we believe every home has a story. Be sure to visit our website, homeworthy.com, to discover amazing furniture, art, accessories, and more, all handpicked by our editors to help transform your house into a home. All of the items are inspired by the episodes you see here on Homeworthy. Enjoy!
Welcome, Homeworthy. My name is Mark D. Sikes. I am a designer from Los Angeles, California. And this is the Kips Bay Show House in Dallas. And we are in Villa Window Pane, which is what would be traditionally the dining room of this particular house. But I wanted the dining room to be a little bit cozier, more intimate, so we made it more like a dining room, library / office. And the inspiration for this room was basically around Givenchy and Bunny Mellon and Billy Baldwin. I wanted it to feel like this all-American space that was kind of clean and simple, yet super functional and super inviting and comforting. Window pane is the motif of the room, and featured in the room on the draperies and on the portieres, the walls, and the ceiling is a window pane fabric that's a part of my new Schumacher collection, and it's in our kind of iconic blue and white. Another amazing feature of the room is the chairs on the room. All 6 of the side chairs and the bergère are all from the Givenchy estate that I acquired from Christie. So it's fun to have some of Givenchy's personal pieces in the room, as well as him being an inspiration for the room. The room is also filled with a couple of amazing things that I love. The piece of art is by Kit Ruther. She's a dear friend of mine from Nashville, Tennessee. I've known her for 25 years. And she allowed me to use her great piece of art. 2 other really amazing things in the room. First is this desk that I designed for this space. It's called the Hollyhock desk, and it's in collaboration with Chaddock. And I love the finish that feels a little bit more traditional, a little bit more historic, but the ivory pulls give it a little bit more of a modern feel. The mirror is English. It's a wonderful 200-year-old mirror from Nick Brock Antiques, which I also think is great. Another feature of the room that I think is really fun is the room is filled with these personal things of mine that I love. My own books, my World of Interiors magazine collection, that's like a 30-year collection. My favorite stationery from Smyson that I've used for the last 20 years. I'm aging myself. Something that's a feature in all of our show houses that we've done over the last 10 years is a phone. This phone has gone from show house to show house, and it's kind of a fun little feature that we have added to this particular space. Another really great thing about the room is the jardinières. They're from Kimball and Bean. There's 4 of them in the space, and they have ficus trees in them, which is really great. And then the last thing about the room that I think always adds a perfect touch are the plants and the flowers, and we just did simple hydrangea in this great basket. The ficus trees that I already talked about, and some really great fresh flowers, cut fresh flowers here on the side. And then the last thing is there's some beautiful textures there in the room, beautiful antique wood boxes in the cabinets and kind of sprinkled throughout on the surfaces, as well as a bunch of baskets. Vintage baskets, little objects. The space before we did this installation was not dissimilar than it is to right now. It was just about a 15 by 15 foot box with 8-foot ceilings. We did not do a lot of things architecturally to change it. We just basically decorated it. The crown molding was here. The pendant motif was here. We actually were pretty lucky to have a really kind of clean space. and then we just decorated it. The phone in this space that we have brought to many show houses that we've done in the past is just kind of an ode to the past, to a different time period. Our design is inspired a lot by the past and kind of iconic interiors, and phones just kind of give you that personal touch and make it different and unique. And I think it's just it's a talking point that people love. Many personal things that I brought to the space are the books and the magazine collections. And you'll notice in a lot of the books, there's Post-its. And those Post-its are from me personally over the years. I've dog-eared different things or put a Post-it on things that inspire me or great inspiration. And I'm just one of those people where I just never remove them because I like to kind of go back to see what I had tagged. But you'll see that that's in many of the books and many of the magazines in the space. So if I was entertaining in this space and having people for dinner, it'd probably be very much of a casual event. We'd probably have a buffet in the kitchen and people would get their plates and come in here, pull up a chair and sit around the table. And most likely the menu would also be very simple and very easy. People love comfort food, and that's most likely what I would serve. But that would be most what we would do if we were entertaining. So I always love coming to Dallas. I love working in Dallas because I think the women of Dallas and people of Dallas love design. They love to entertain, they love gardens. And we are classicists and traditionalists in nature with our design work. And I think the community here really appreciates that. I think this room kind of depicts, it's a small room, but it also depicts the classic sensibility and a traditional sensibility. And it's just full of details. Beautiful trims, you'll notice on the chairs and on the lampshades that we took the window pane and did it on the bias. There's beautiful cords and welts. There's just beautiful details. And I think the women of Dallas love details, and they love the little things make a big difference.
Thanks for watching. Go to homeworthy.com for exclusive content and shopping guides.